What's up, everybody? It's Nick from Key Collector Comics, and I'm moving shortly. I'm moving back to Chicago, so I'm totally pumped for that. I can't wait. I'm getting my comic books ready for transport. Of course, here's a few that, I got lucky. I bought I bought New Mutants and X-23 off the shelf, and the Venom one I bought off of a guy at a bar. So, pays to no nerds that like to drink. So here we have this one. I don't even remember where I got it, but it's, it is beat up. It's Justice League 29. It's a first appearance of the Crime Syndicate of America, and they're like an anti-Justice League. But the cool thing about this is that it's the first mention of Volthoom, who is the first Lantern, and like decades later, Jeff Johns brought that character out into and made it, really fleshed it out to an actually pretty significant story. And we got the first Kimura, one of X-23's villains in New X-Men 31. This right here is the first cameo appearance of Damian Wayne. We got Swamp Thing. We got Swamp Thing number 25. This is a first preview. It's a cameo of Constantine. You can find those in the dollar bins. Mr. Miracle, bought this a while ago. Number 4. It's the first appearance of Big Barda. This one's starting to come to fruition. Look at this. So it makes a huge difference to triple board your books. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm telling you, triple board your books. It feels so much better. It's like you don't have to worry about anything. Here's the first time that Barbara Gordon shows up as Oracle. Suicide Squad 23. Then we have the Mighty Thor 132. This is the first cameo of Ego, the Living Planet. We got X-Men 244, first Jubilee. That one's a given. Still could get that pretty cheap. Black Lightning number 1. This is his first appearance. I don't know why it says Thunderous Origin, because it's his first appearance. This is the first solo, the first Thanos solo. That's what it is. Man, some of these, you don't go through them for a while. Amazing Spider-Man 410. This is Ben Reilly as Spider Carnage. Then you got Black Goliath number 1. It's not his first appearance, but it's his first self-titled issue. This is a weird one. I bought this on mistake, but there is one, and I think it's one of those 3-packs that goes for an insane amount of money. This isn't it. You can I know I identified it on the app before, but I was lucky enough to pick up a couple of these for just a few bucks. And let me tell you something about this collection is that I never bought like a massive collection. Never bought like 100 issues at a time. These are all like going to the store, going through the bins, and just being patient for years. Here's the first appearance of Jigsaw. This, honestly, guys, I didn't even know I had this. I had no idea. I was just going through my stuff today, putting it in boxes, and I was like, what? I didn't know I had this. And it's in the poly bag still, which is crazy. Oh, all right, great. The cat was sleeping. Now, right when I start this, he gets up. Showcase. This is the first appearance of Creeper. Creeper, right? They probably wouldn't have named him that if they knew what that meant now. Dazzler. They keep saying that something's going to happen with her, but nothing's happened yet. Here we have first Andrew Bennett. This is I, Vampire. And these little tags that you'll see on some of them, I did not execute it well. I saw a dude that had that on some of his books, and I'm like, wow, this is cool. But it doesn't look cool when I do it. Like Dancing, same thing. Sandman, number 50. This is an awesome issue. It's about how Baghdad kind of goes to, it used to be like this crown jewel in the Middle East, what it looked like at that time with all these crazy mythology. It's just an awesome, really. Here's a classic cover, Jim Lee. Here we have the final Bernie Wrightson art on the Swamp Thing. First appearance of Grail. This is Darkseid's daughter. She's got a cameo in 39, I believe. We got the first Ventriloquist in Scarface. That's a Mike Mignola cover. Steranko cover. I got this at Half Price Books for half price. This is the first appearance of Malekith. Is that how you say his name? The Accursed. Here you got the next Tarantula. I like these issues. I mean, these are dollar issues, and they're nothing. And you don't know if they're going to be anything. But this is the deal with the collection. You know, these collections, like this collection that I have, it's all keys. And then, right here, this is where I have this is all my reading material. So I have about 6 boxes of these trades. And then I got rid of everything that wasn't a key. And then I just was key hunting. So how much for First Scarface? Dude, I do not sell. And that I've never sold. I sold one book and I regretted it forever. This is the first full appearance of Demon Bear, who I believe is going to be one of the villains in New Mutants. And it's also the first appearance of Warlock. Fantastic Four, number 205. That is the first Nova Corps. This is first Scarlet Spider. We got Multiple Man, giant size Fantastic Four number 4. This is the first appearance of Raze, R-A-Z-E. Here's the first appearance of Scar. This is the son of the Hulk. You know what I just noticed? Wolverine is in the reflection of her eyes. I just noticed that. This is the first appearance of Dust. She's actually a pretty cool character. When a good artist gets a hold of it, it looks awesome. This is the third appearance of Deadman. This is a classic Neil Adams cover. I think this actually won one of those. It won an art award that year that it came out. Here's the first appearance of the second Union Jack. Bawana Beast. It's like Joanna Man. What? I didn't even know. I'm totally not familiar with this character, but there he is, punching a gorilla. What are you doing in the forest anyway? You're going around in your underwear punching gorillas. Here we have, this is the first appearance of Barbados. And Barbados is the demon that is pretty much at the epicenter of the whole dark multiverse thing that's going on in Batman. With going on in the DC universe, a lot of this stuff is long-term, you know? That's why when I sent out a key issue alert and people are like, oh, you know, the value went down. It's like, well, the value spiked because the alert went out. That's just, and I never recommend buying on the peak. I recommend buying in the valley. So because it's going to spike, it's going to go down, but then it's going to go up again whenever that alert comes to fruition. Batman 666, this is Damian Wayne in the future as Batman. That book, I'm telling you, if you can find one of those Damian Waynes for cheap, it's crazy how much Jason Todd's first appearance is going for. It's like his as Red Hood, I should say. It's up to like over $100. So Marvel Team Up, this is the first appearance of Captain Britain in the United States. His first U.S. appearance. I was after that book for a long time. Finally found it. This is there was 3 covers that all released in that month that had Spider-Man in the symbiote costume. Here's the first Spitfire in Invaders. There she is, running right at you. This Nazi's like, we can't do anything, we're missing. Well, look at her when you shoot the gun. I mean, come on. Here's another awesome cover. Galactus. Finally, he got his comeuppance. That's Fantastic Four Annual 2001. This is an awesome cover. I mean, look at that. That's Livewire's first appearance in the DC continuity. She appeared first in, what was it? I think it was Superman Adventures. This is the first cameo appearance of Gambit. And I got to tell you, if we look at, you want to talk about cameos, if we look at Hulk 180 as the watermark, well, then that is definitely a cameo for Gambit, because there's nothing we could do about the Hulk 180, right? It's always going to be called a cameo, so we might as well use that as the definition, and then we won't have to argue as much. This is the first appearance of Omega Red. Here we have, so this is interesting, because X-Men and Titans, they did this crossover book, and there are two different versions of this book. This one is the Marvel published version, but there's also a DC published one. So they were both distributing it. They were both publishing it. I love this right here, Sock Monkey. It's just like, it's the art is so good. It's so detailed on the inside. It's black and white. It's by this guy named Tony Millionaire, and it's actually really funny. So Sock Monkey, it's by, I think there might be like 3 different series, but it's really good. And this crow's name is Drinky Crow. He's like a drunken, puppet crow. I don't even know. It's just so bizarre. This is a weird issue that I stumbled upon once. It's got black lightning hitting the World Trade Center maybe 20 years before 9/11. But, those types of issues are just like, they're just such oddities. Here you have Phantomella, first appearance of Phantomella and Culpepper, little fox.